What's up, everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob, doing a Whisky Agency review, and this is a request by Patreon Kevin. So thanks, Kevin, for the request. He also has a independent bottler coming out. The bottle is actually available for pre-order right now. It's called Spirit for Us. You can get it at Last Straw Distillery. So check out the Last Straw Distillery website. I'll put the link in the description below. You guys can pre-order the bottle if you like. I think it's an 11-year-old single malt finished in an Amburana cask. Anyway, back to this review. So thank you again, Kevin, for the request. This is Whisky Agency, Heads and Tails, Irish single malt, distilled in Ireland, aged 17 years old, distilled 2002 and bottled in 2020. 48.7%. I like this. I'm not really sure why I didn't get around to it. 17-year-old Irish whiskey, you can't really go wrong. And then on my left here is a blended Scotch, 19 years old, distilled 2001, bottled in 2021, matured in a sherry butt, and it's 46.1%. The ABVs are interesting. They seem like they might be cask strength, but I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't say cask strength anywhere here, so I'm going to assume that it's not, but they do say unchill filtered, no added color, and they're both Heads and Tails Canada, the Whisky Agency. The rep here, Igor, is a friend of mine, really nice guy. Hopefully he gets to watch this video. All right, so the Irish over here on my right hand side, 17 years old. Really nice fruit notes. As you can tell, it's probably aged in a bourbon cask. I would assume so anyway. Matured in a barrel, it just says. But I'm guessing it's an ex-bourbon. Nice malty characteristic to it. A little bit of maybe a cantaloupe kind of note. Yeah, some melon of some sort. A light pear note maybe on the palate. I've had this for a long time, quite a while. I bought these from Vine Arts, I believe. This was a while back. Melon comes through on the palate as well, actually really nice, much nicer on the finish there. You get a nice cantaloupe kind of finish. Yeah, really nice fruit. A little bit of like mango or peach. Very nice. That's really good. Honestly, the palate outshines the nose drastically. The nose is fine. There's nothing off-putting about it. It's just kind of muted. But then the palate is really nice. Yeah, that's very good. These were all reasonable in price, sub $200 each. Nowadays, that seems like, you know, a really good price considering what prices are like for various bottles. I want to say they were closer to like 120, 130 bucks, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little bit more than that. This one is very good. I'll give this one an 86 for sure. Definitely would buy it again based on, you know, the palate is excellent. When I pick an Irish whiskey, I actually prefer that it's aged in a bourbon cask. And the reason for that is Irish whiskey tends to have a lot of fruity characteristic. And if I want that fruity characteristic, I'm only going to get that maximized in a bourbon barrel as opposed to a sherry cask. I think it takes away from that really nice fruit note that I'm looking for in a Irish whiskey. And actually, two brewers at Canadian distillery I always talk about, the single malt distillery, they they actually shine as well in bourbon casks, I'm starting to find. Although they're great all around, I really like their stuff in bourbon casks. 86, really, really good. Blended Scotch over here on my left. Aged in a sherry barrel. Nice color to that. I think it's an Oloroso. It just says sherry, but it smells like it might be Oloroso. Nice red, dark red fruit kind of note. Dried fruit, like raisins, figs, dried cherries even on the palate. Definitely get that Oloroso punch on the palate, like chocolate, raisins, dates even, like sweet dates, but it's not overly sweet on the palate. It just kind of gives that kind of flavor. That's really good too. 19 years old, blended Scotch, and I want to say that I got this for around like 130 bucks as well. So for the price, absolutely phenomenal. 46.1%. This is 48.7% on my right hand side here, the Irish whiskey. So 46.1 for the Scotch, and honestly, it's very good. I think I got to give this one an 85. I think I like the Irish a touch better. Now, you know what? That's an 86 as well. It's really good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. It's sat on my shelf for a long time, so thank you to Kevin for requesting it, because the relevance is hard to justify for most of you guys, as you know. But now that I have this Patreon request situation happening, it helps, because then I can justify reviewing stuff that maybe I wouldn't have been able to justify earlier. So thanks again, Kevin, and hope you guys enjoy this video either way. If you want to be part of that Patreon request program, you can become a Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and then you request your bottle and you're in the list, and then I just go down the list. I recycle the list as soon as it's finished, and we start all over again. That's it for me, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and you can support this channel on Patreon. Cheers.